Hello, this is Charlie. This is celebrity tarot cards. What this is to do with is the spiritual world have been encouraging me sort of to do this thing to show them there is something in these systems like numerology, and astrology, and even tarot cards mixed with them, like because tarot cards when you do a reading, spirit world it works the tarot cards and to give you information. But this celebrity tarot is not a psychic reading, it's not a proper reading. It's to help people to learn the meaning of tarot cards, and I'm using celebrities to show you that it does have something in it. I mean, even if you just pick the date of birth of someone, for instance, here if you look at Robert Williams, if you just look at his date of birth and what it adds up to, the card comes to the Hermit. I mean, that's just with the date of birth. I mean, Robert Williams on his own, and it says a lot, the Hermit, but there's a lot more meaning to it than that, like. But one card can say a lot. It's just like if you do a reading for someone, it's a different thing, because if you have the Hermit, two cards either side of it, like if you had the Hermit, the Sun, the Chariot on either side of the Hermit card, well that gives you more information again, because the Hermit, that would say that the person at that moment has to get a lot of control in their life to do with situation, and if they do that and they have a bit more positive approach to what they're doing, the sun will shine for them. In other words, everything will be fine. That's a reading. I mean, I don't use tarot cards. I used to years ago, but I don't have to use them anymore with the gift I've got, you see. But there's something in them. A lot of people think tarot cards were actually a game invented years ago, but there's mixed things about it with some people, and all I know is gypsies brought them around into Europe in I think the 1800s or something, or whatever it was. But it's not a game. Fortune tellers do use them, and like I said, all this is proof that these cards do have something in common with the likes of astrology. You can mix them together. You really can. It says a lot more information. I mean, a lot of people think that they do say that you pick one tarot card out, like the Hermit or something, that sort of can apply to everybody. But then again, if you think about it, the Hermit won't apply to everybody, because when you're doing a reading for someone and there's other cards in with that Hermit, it tells you a lot more. So circumstances of really doesn't apply to everyone on certain cards. It really doesn't. It depends when you're doing a proper reading for someone that them cards actually give more information than one card. All this is about is basically to prove to people who actually think like that there's a system that tarot cards don't work, to show you that it is a system that it does work. I mean, even that thing just to do with Robert Williams, his date of birth adds up, put it down to a single digit in numerology, and then pick the tarot card out, which is the Hermit, to do with Robert Williams' date of birth. I mean, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? The Hermit, he's on his own. I mean, some people will be harder than others to do, but there's always something in it. And people have got different personalities and strengths and weaknesses in life, and that will give you an idea. This celebrity tarot's what I'm doing. Like I said, this isn't a psychic reading. It's just to help people understand and show a bit of evidence that there is something in tarot cards and numerology. I mean, if you look at it logically, numbers do actually rule the world. They're very powerful, and they really are. They're more powerful than tarot cards. Tarot cards is a circle of life, from the fool growing up to doing a complete circle to the world. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Have a look at a few. If you want certain celebrities, just let me know, and I'll do them. Or even if you want one for yourself, you can do it yourself. I've got sites to work out numerology. and then you can work out what tarot card goes with you, just like I said with Robert Williams as an example. I mean, if you want to know more about tarot cards, look at the video, The Working of Tarot's what I'm going to explain a bit more about it. People that want to learn about tarot cards, they're not just a game, they do actually work, believe me, they do. I mean, but before you mess with any sort of fortune telling, tarot cards, Ouija boards, crystal balls or anything, you should listen to the videos I've done about Ouija boards and to do with fortune telling. It is definitely not a game, believe me. Anyway, God bless everybody, bye for now.